Hello and welcome to Developers 10. So this is a new channel that I am starting in collaboration with Newton School. तो आज की पहली वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे क्रैकिंग फ्रंट एंड इंटरव्यूज। तो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन होते हैं, क्या DSA चाहिए होता है, कौन कौन सी स्किल चाहिए होती है, कहाँ पे अप्लाई करें, एक फ्रंट एंड डेवलपर के इंटरव्यू में कौन कौन से राउंड्स होते हैं। तो आई विल कवर ऑल दीज टॉपिक्स इन दिस वीडियो, सो स्टे ट्यून्ड. And before starting who I am 𝐏𝐚𝐲, I am a front-end developer and I'll be clearing all your doubts in this video, and in the subsequent videos on my channel I'll be teaching how to code in React. I'll be bringing up projects, clearing your concepts. So do subscribe if you haven't, like this video and comment if you have any doubts. So let's start with cracking front-end developer interviews. So the very first thing that I'll be discussing is the skills required for front-end interviews. तो सबसे पहले आपको वेब बेसिक्स आने चाहिए, हाउ ब्राउजर वर्क्स, कौन कौन से प्रोटोकॉल्स होते हैं. जस्ट बेसिक यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट हाउ एवरीथिंग इज वर्किंग. And apart from this, if you are in the front end domain, you should be aware of HTML obviously and CSS. ये दोनों चीज़ें काफ़ी अच्छे से आनी चाहिए. I'll be making videos in detail later on. So make sure that you are fully aware of HTML and CSS, the major tags that are there, the major properties in CSS that you should know, and also JavaScript. You should have a very strong hold on JavaScript because front end I'll say entirely depends on JavaScript. How well you write your JavaScript code is will define the performance of your website. So make sure that your JavaScript concepts are very clear from basic to advanced. So you'll keep on learning as you go, but before jumping into front-end interviews, you should be very clear with JavaScript concepts. Now comes the libraries and frameworks that we have today. So there are many libraries and frameworks that companies use, mainly React.js, Angular and Vue. So it mainly depends on which company you are aiming for. Some might be using React.js in their code base, some might be using Angular, some might be using Vue, but all these libraries and frameworks are secondary. If you have clear concepts of JavaScript, you can learn any new library or framework in just a matter of time. So make sure that your JavaScript concepts are clear, and then you can move along with any of the library and framework as you need. So apart from this, make sure that your resume is very strong whenever you are applying for any company. So the next section that we are discussing is writing a better resume. So there are important sections that you should be having in your resume. You should be having your projects. If you are a fresher, make sure your projects are really good, and make sure that you are providing a code access or a hosted link. So especially in the case of a front-end interview, तो अगर आप front-end interview के लिए जा रहे हैं तो it's better that you have a hosted link there, because hosted link will make it very easy for the interviewer to just open the website and see that what we have built. And apart from this, make sure that if you have a work experience, you are putting it on top, because work experience matters a lot in resume. So all these things will help your resume getting shortlisted. Also, one mistake that many people make is that they don't check it for grammar. So whenever you are sending your resume for referral or you are applying somewhere, make sure that you are checking it for grammar mistakes. This will help a lot. So in the next section, I'll be discussing where to find front-end jobs and how to apply for it. So the next thing is applying for front-end roles. There are many platforms, there are many websites where you can find openings for front-end jobs. So when I was starting out in the front-end domain, I started with angel.co. So it's a platform where startups list themselves, and there are a lot of openings for front-end developer there, be it for fresher, be it for experienced, or be it for interns. There are paid internships, there are unpaid internships. Just filter it out and check what you know. So my tip for angel is that complete your profile. तो होता क्या है कि whenever you are applying for a front-end developer role, generally लोग क्या करते हैं, अपनी प्रोफाइल को complete नहीं रखते हैं. They don't fill their educational details, they don't fill their work details if there are any, they don't attach their projects. तो ये सारी चीज़ें help करती है आपको बाकियों से आगे निकलने में. So if your profile is complete, there is a very high chance that your resume will be shortlisted and you will be called for subsequent rounds. तो कौन कौन से round होते हैं will be discussed next. But उससे पहले how to use LinkedIn properly. Just increase your network, send network requests to people who are working in a company that you want to work for. Follow pages जो regularly openings डालते रहते हैं, and job section में तो जाके आप देख ही सकते हैं. You can filter out according to your skill, according to your pay scale, according to your level, that whether you are looking for internship, you are a fresher or you are experienced. So all these things will help you getting a better job on LinkedIn. So make sure that there are a lot of job postings on LinkedIn, and you should not apply for all of these because it will waste your time as well. So just filter out which jobs you definitely want. Just read the job description very well. See if you have the capabilities, if you have the basic requirements, and then apply for it. Also, don't overthink. Many people think that I learn a lot and then I'll apply. You just keep on applying, because even if you fail, you'll gain experience. So this is what I have been doing from my past 2 years, that I've been applying, and I kept on learning as I went with the interview rounds. So apart from this, there are many apps as well which keeps on posting regular openings, such as Mentro, and there are many influencers who are actively working in this domain who keeps on posting such job openings on LinkedIn. So make sure you follow them so that you don't miss out on any of the job openings. Also make sure that your friend circle is very helpful. They should be sending you job openings as well. So apart from this, the final thing is that obviously the company posts their openings on their company website. So if you have some company in your mind that you're looking to forward to work for, तो रेगुलरली आप जाके उनके करियर पेज पे चेक कर सकते हैं कि आपके स्किल सेट के हिसाब से, आपके एक्सपीरियंस के हिसाब से वहाँ पे कोई ओपनिंग आई है या नहीं. So all these things will help you find out a better opportunity, and just make sure your resume is perfect and you can apply, so that you can move to the next round, that is various rounds that are there in a front-end developers interview, which I'll be covering next. Let's discuss the various rounds that are there in a front-end developers interview. So it basically depends on company to company. जो काफ़ी बड़ी कंपनी होती है, they have a very fixed structure कि वो कौन कौन से rounds लेने वाले हैं. But if you talk about a startup, there is no fixed hardcore rule that कौन से वे में वो इंटरव्यू लेंगे, कैसे हायरिंग करेंगे. इट ऑल डिपेंड्स फ्रॉम वेरियस लेवल ऑफ स्टार्टअप टू पर्सन टू पर्सन एज वेल. सो द वेरी फर्स्ट राउंड दैट मेनी ऑफ द कंपनीज टेक इज द ऑनलाइन असेसमेंट राउंड. आपको कई बार ऑनलाइन लिंक आती है किसी टेस्ट की, बीट ऑन हैकर रैंक, हैकर अर्थ या फिर एमकैट, कहीं पे भी वो टेस्ट हो सकता है. तो फर्स्ट, एंड दिस इज नॉट मैंडेटरी. Some companies take this, some companies not. I'm talking about front-end developer here, and some startups prefer skipping this round. They just send you the assessment round, which is the next round. So suppose you got a online assessment link, you cleared it. So the next round is take-home assignment. So this is the trend nowadays, that all the companies that are hiring for front-end role especially, they give you assignment to take it to your home. They give you ample time, be it 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days, depending on the complexity of the project, and you have to complete the entire project. So the problem case, they give you very detailed problem statement, and you can contact the hiring manager or the HR for further clarification if you need. Don't shy away and don't assume things here. So because this will affect a lot that how you are building your assessment basically. So few things to keep in mind, that you have to share your code base. So make sure that you are making proper commits. So if you are like pushing your code to GitHub, make sure you are making proper commit messages, because these things will create a positive impact on the hiring manager. They can see that you are very well writing the code very well. Code quality is good. You are structuring your code really well, and you are writing clean code. So make sure you are following all these practices. So this will help you stand out from others, because what will happen, whatever assignment you are getting, you'll be able to complete that. All the candidates will be able to complete that. But what will make you stand out is that how well you're structuring your code, how well your commit messages are, and how properly you are implementing your functionality. So few more things about take home assignment is that there are points according to each of the functionality. So let's say that I have to build an infinite scroller for images by integrating Unsplash API. So in these kind of project, the basic requirement will be that there should be proper API calling whenever I am hitting the end of the page. So your API calling is working, and then there should be proper rendering of images, there should be proper layout of images. So all these things will define that how you are getting graded on your assignment. So once you clear this assignment, next comes the technical interview parts. Some companies prefer taking one interview, some take 2, some take 3, and very rarely they take more than 3. So in these technical rounds, they mainly SD3 people or hiring manager, project managers, they take your technical interviews, where they mainly ask front-end domain related question. Some companies might be asking DSA based question, but I haven't experienced so far. I have interned in 4 or 5 companies. I worked for 4 or 5 startups, and I haven't been asked DSA questions yet for front-end developer, but some might ask. It's not necessary that they won't be asking DSA at all. So make sure that you ask the HR beforehand that whether they are going to ask DSA or not. They might tell you, they might not, but it's worth a try. Apart from this, once you have cleared the technical interviews, you will be having a culture fit round with the HR. Also, this is not mandatory. Some companies take it, some companies not. But again, focusing on the technical interviews, make sure that the JavaScript concepts are very clear for front-end developer interview. Because as I told you, the JavaScript is the base on which any library or framework for front-end is working right now. So if your JavaScript concepts are clear, you'll be definitely able to clear the technical rounds. For this, my suggestion is that watch Akshay Saini's video, the Namaste JavaScript playlist. It's really well detailed. You can watch that. You can read the documentation online. You can read blogs out there on Medium. All these things will help you before your interview to clear your technical interviews. And cultural fit is just a basic HR interview in which they talk about you, the policies of the company, and they see whether you are fit for the company or not. So there are very rare rejections in this round. Majority of the rejections, as per I see, is during the take-home assignment. So make sure that you are focusing very well during the take-home assignment and you are completing on deadline. If you need an extension, talk to your HR, talk to your hiring manager that I might need some extra time to complete this assignment. They might allow you to extend some more. So yeah, this is all about the various rounds that are there for front-end developer interview. So you can read blogs online more about this, and you can read company specific blogs online before applying to any company. These are available on GFG, these are available on Medium. So yeah, that's it. That's all about cracking front-end interviews. So hope you liked it, and if you have any doubt, any query, do comment it out. I'll reply to you for sure. And as I said, that this is a new channel that I started with Newton School, so make sure you are subscribing it, you're liking it, and do share it with others if you think that others might find it useful. I'll see you in the next video when I'll be bringing up projects with React Native and React. Thank you.